Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Because there is no way for me to record HDR, through my computer until I can figure out what equipment I need. I will probably have to contact Digital Foundry to find out what type of equipment I need to record and rip HDR. But for the time being, I'm gonna show this to you in 4K. I'm going to use my GoPro Hero 6 camera, the highest possible bit rate for 10 minutes. And I'm using my 32 inch. It's a 32-inch BenQ vertical alignment VA panel monitor. So without any further ado, why don't we just go to the analysis? Let me jump right into the game and let's do this. I'm using DirectX 12. Everything is set to the ultra settings. Simply put, everything is maximized. Everything set to maximum. Kernel, everything set to maximum. All right, so let's jump into this and let's do it. We're going to continue our franchise with Steelers and Eagles. That's me right there with my wife beater t-shirt. Been working out lately and trying to put on some Brock Lesnar muscles. And let's go ahead and let's do this. The HDR here, it's really amazing, guys. Okay, I'll position my camera like this just so you guys can see it a little bit better. This really looks amazing, man. Now let's go ahead and let's jump into the analysis here really quick. Alright, so this is HDR and you see just how much color you get with the HDR. Look at the shadows here. Look at that sunlight over here. So let me go ahead and let's do this really quick. Let me try to give you guys the best possible viewing angle here with this peak brightness. Okay, so you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm trying to do my best here, guys. I do this for you, and I'm trying to give you the best possible viewing here. So let me go and select one of the players. Let me zoom in on them. Let me go down here and let me adjust this first. Alright, so right here I wanted to bring my camera a little bit closer here. I just want to show you just what the HDR is doing here in terms of the color gamut, the textures on the arms, especially when I zoom in here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Let me get close to the player. Then let me zoom out like right here, and you will see just like how beautiful this looks in 4K HDR. It almost looks as CGI. Just look at the amount of detail that's presented here on the characters, and especially when you when they're moving backwards, forward. It's just simply amazing. Hold on. Like right here. Just look at the textures, man, on his face, on the helmet. Look at the reflection on that helmet. And also keep an eye on the shadows down here. I mean, this just looks amazing. I'm going to try to like bring it in a little bit closer like that. I'm really trying to do my best here just so I can show this to you. The amount of textures. Even the helmet has a nice reflection to it from when you're watching it from the sides. It's just mind-boggling. And the HDR definitely here plays a huge role. And I'm, like I said, I'm trying to do my best here just to show this to you guys to the best of my abilities. especially right here. Let me pan and scan just so you guys can see. Just look at that forearm, and look at that. Look at the textures on that right here. Let me bring it closer. Just look at the textures on the biceps and triceps. That just looks crazy. And this is what DirectX 12 does, and it does really well. Look at the helmet and just the reflection on the helmet. And also keep an eye on the HDR. Look what the HDR is doing here. It's presenting everything naturally with the sunset. Just look at the HDR, the dark green grass. It's here because it's being overshadowed. And then you got the opening of the sunlight shining through the stadium. It's almost as if in real life. It's giving you that nice presentation, the natural presentation of how the picture quality should look. So the whole point I was trying to make on my previous video is how important that HDR is with native 4K, and of course the 4K resolution, including DirectX 12. Let's do some slow motion here. Maybe we can do it like this. Let me also go around the stadium a little bit here, just to show you just how beautiful the stadium looks. Look at the grass on the stadium here. That just looks bananas, man. Just look at that stadium. Just look how beautifully it's being rendered with the HDR. That's HDR doing its job here. Maybe I can walk you through it like this, like that. And then show you the HDR here and just how beautifully the HDR being presented here on the stadium. Even through this camera, you still can depict that HDR. But you guys will have to trust me. Look at that sky. This is a 3D sky. It's a moving 3D sky. It's not like some stationary sky. It's a rendered 3D sky that's actually moving, and it's also reflecting with the sunlight. And look at the stadium here and the way it's overshadowed by the sunset. It really looks realistic, man. I mean, this is just crazy. Again, I'm trying to do my best here. I know I'm not doing it justice, but hopefully you guys will appreciate at least the effort I'm trying to put in here for you guys. You know, nothing will convince you unless you actually buy this game, but you'll just have to take my word for it. Look at that sky. Maybe I can adjust my low light. Hold on. Let me adjust my low light. Just look at that sky, man. Look how beautifully that sky presented. Just look at it. That's a 3D sky that's implemented into this game. It just looks unbelievable, man. This is just bananas beyond all belief. I mean, really is, man. I don't know how else I can, depict this PC version. Look, see how HDR changes now? We're now in a dark spot, and we come back over here. We're during the sunlight, and look, the sun, it's shining now. That's how realistic that is. That just shows you just like how realistic it is, man. And, I mean, this is the best looking Madden on PC, hands down. All right, it's gonna be the end of the video. Hopefully this gives you some clue, some idea. Again, you'll just have to trust me that this is the best looking Madden game out there, period, and it's on PC. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. Sorry about the camera, but this is the best I can do for right now. Hopefully you guys appreciate at least me putting in effort for what it's worth. Thank you.